Hello and good morning, everybody. May the 4th be with you. It's a crazy day. I don't know. I'm such a nerd. I am happy to have you guys here. Today is Tuesday Talks with Wendy, and I've got crazy COVID hair, and that's just the way life is. And until I can get to see my hairdresser, you guys are going to have to put up with it. So anyways, if you guys don't know me, I am Wendy. I am a holistic nutritional consultant. I am a certified holistic cancer practitioner. I do live blood analysis and really dabble a lot in the functional nutrition field because this is where my passion is. This is my calling. This is my thing that I love to do with people. And what it is that I do is empower them. I empower them to take control of their own health through natural means. There is a ton of really wonderful ways that we can really take back charge of our own health without really blaming anybody else, putting the responsibility on anybody else, not the doctors, not society, not your family, not your genetics, not anything else, but just taking back charge of your own health and, doing the best that we can, because that's all we can do in this lifetime. So today I wanted to talk about why it is so essential to incorporate organic produce in your end food into your life as much as possible. For homework, you should watch Kiss the Ground. It is a new documentary out on Netflix right now, and this is essentially in my Transform Your Health with Wendy Facebook group, our private wellness community. We are talking all about the shred like we do every month, and then we are diving into cancer-proofing our lives. And one of the ways that we can do that, and one of the homework assignments for my people in the group, is to watch that documentary. We need to watch it. We need to understand what it is that's going into our food and how it is affecting us for the long term. I'm not talking just what we ate last week. We're talking generations back, how it has affected us as a society in North America. They spray our foods constantly. There's only about 5% right now in the United States that is really organic farming, and we have to change that. We have to change that with our own with our money. Our money votes towards the things that we really deserve and need, and we need to survive as a society. The stats are saying that the soil is so depleted now, the topsoil is so eroded and gone, and so devoid of nutrients, and that and devoid of being able to actually feed us, that we only have about 60 crops left, 60 harvests left. And if we don't shift our way of doing things, we're not only going to starve in generations to come, but we are depleting our own nutrient supply as well in our bodies. Right now, we cannot get the same nutrients that our grandparents got from a head of broccoli. We would have to eat, about 12 times more the amount of broccoli that our grandparents ate to get the same amount of nutrients in our system. It's devastating, and it's something that we really have to make a difference in our lives. But I understand that there's a money situation. Organic food isn't cheap. And this is where we look towards options like the Tower Garden option, where we are growing our own foods, where we are allowing our own families to have the opportunity to have fresh greens on a regular basis, fresh strawberries in the summertime, fresh produce all the time. And this ensures the healthy products that we're giving to our children as a result. Organic food Yeah, it is a little expensive, but really, what is your health worth to you? It is, if you can't buy organic, then fine. Make sure that you're washing it, if nothing else, because the pesticides and the herbicides and the fact that they're mostly genetically modified these days, to resist a lot of this stuff is killing us, literally. We are taking in these toxins. They are sitting and residing in our cells. They are being passed to our children as a result of genetic modifications. They're being passed to our children as we breastfeed them. They're, we have generations worth of toxins sitting and residing in our bodies at this point too. My generation, coming back from the 50s when they thought it was very cool and so wonderful to spray this stuff everywhere, not knowing that it's killing us generations down the road. We see a lot of that even today. Companies are not really mandated nowadays to show us that pesticides are on our fruit and vegetables. And it is a travesty because we are getting extremely, extremely ill from neurotransmitter disruptors and endocrine disruptors. These pesticides and are poisonous by nature. I mean, they were essentially made back in the wartime to, kill off weeds and whatnot. But the same person that made these things also made the gases that killed millions of people in the gas chambers in Germany. And then it was, turned around and repackaged to the North American society as this great weed killer that is, it's a chemical warfare basically against bugs and against weeds, but it is also killing us. You should not take just, liberties with your health. This is where I'm talking about empowering yourself to take in all that you can. And a lot of people say organic food isn't any more nutritious, so don't waste your money. But there's studies after studies after studies out there nowadays that organic diet doesn't increase the nutrient value in your life, in your diet. But the thing is, you're getting, obviously, like I said, you're getting less vitamins and minerals and antioxidants and essential fatty acids. You're getting less macros into your life, but you're also getting less pesticides and herbicides and all these other neurological disruptors that we want to stay away from. And this is why we want to go towards the organic foods as much as possible. Non-organic food often contains harmful hormones and pesticides, like I said, and this is poisonous to us. They're designed to kill. They're designed to kill. Well, take Roundup for an example. That's a very dangerous pesticide, and it is designed to kill, and yet they spray it on our foods. Look it up. It's out there. Monsanto has been, thrown through the legal system many, many times because of cancer-related instances that are resulting from the use of these pesticides. They cause neurological problems, cancer, infertility, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, allergies, asthma, wheezing, rashes, and skin issues, ADHD, birth defects, and so much more that it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Take charge of your own health. Do something about it. Look towards organic foods. Grow your own foods if you need to. Get yourself a tower garden. Research it, understand it. Know that you are responsible for your own health. We cannot blame the doctors. We can't blame the government. We can a little bit, we can't take, throw the responsibility on everybody else and just expect them to take care of us. That's what babies do. Babies expect us to take care of them. So as we become adults, we have to take control of our own health. We have to take control of our own lives. And we have to be responsible for what we put in our mouths and how we move our bodies and what we think. These are options that we have. These are things that are going to benefit you in the long run, and it's a big choice. So this is why I like to educate people. This is why I like to incorporate a little bit of information and say, okay, now your homework is go watch this Netflix, Kiss the Ground. It's an amazing, amazing documentary, and it'll give you some really nuggets of wisdom to really think about when you start growing your own food, when you start understanding perhaps hormone disruptive functions that are going on in your body. If you're wondering why there's cancer going through your whole family, maybe it's because of what's going on around you in your environment. Understanding the pollutants cross the placenta barrier when we look at our children and our children's children and going down the generations. We're continuing. We have to stop the cycle and really take charge of our own health, because the government's not going to do it for us. We have to, one by one, these little groups, these little local farmers, these community gardens, these opportunities to have homegrown vegetables in your living room through a system like Tower Garden. These are things that are options to you that are not going to be mandated by the government, because they don't care. Their last and only wish is looking at the bottom line, which is always a dollar. They're not doing much to help us. So we have to help ourselves. And this is why understanding that we have to, not only have organic products, but also have clean water in our system too. Take the initiative to buy yourself filtered water, buy yourself a system to put on your tap, on your, in your home to filter your water, making sure that, you're not getting the pesticides. Something like gypsophyllate. I'm poor with names, but gypsophyllate. One of those ones, I can look it up and put it in the comments, but one of those ones actually has been sprayed so much that it is in our drinking waters, because it gets into our water tables and stays there. And then when we come and we try to get it up for our drinking purposes, it still resides in there, and it doesn't get filtered through, our water treatment systems. They add a lot of crap to our water to make it, seem like it's getting rid of it, but it doesn't. It doesn't correct the fact that it's still there, and we're still taking it in our drinking waters. Organic food actually helps to protect our animals as well too. So I'm not saying eat meat, don't eat meat. That's a personal choice. But the thing is, you want to get organic meat as well too, understanding how those animals are treated and how those animals are fed. Are they fed nothing but genetically modified grain? Or are they fed grass-fed? Are they left out to pasture? Are they taking in a wide variety of nutrients into their own diet? So when you take in the meat, you can actually get the nutrients that they eat as well. This is all different things that you should be bringing into your own awareness and understanding that it makes a big difference with regards to your health down the road and for our children. And if we want to see life continue in the respect that we see it today, even better, we have to understand that, organic is the way to go as much as you can, always working within your own means. And like I said, there's ways that to go beyond just, buying organic apples. There's ways to go beyond, always shelling out money for fruits and vegetables that perhaps you're not eating. There's ways of getting around that. And this is where you connect with somebody like myself, a nutritionist, or environmentalist, or somebody that cares about this kind of stuff. Like I said, the governments and for the most part, doctors as well too, are not really in that frame of mind. They're disease orientated, and the governments are money orientated. So really, it's your responsibility and your time to shine with your own health and to take charge and empower yourself, because nobody else is going to do it for you. So if you want some more information about the Tower Garden, please connect with me, because this is something that is essential for our health. It's essential to have these things in our lives. And the Tower Garden is one of those products that can save you money in the end. It's a little bit of money on the front, putting out a little bit, but in the end, it saves you tons of money on produce, and you get the bonus of having to be able to grow your own food, and that's an amazing thing. To teach children how to grow food is an amazing thing. To let them understand that greens are so essential for our bodies and why they are. It's an amazing product, and it's amazing opportunity for learning and growth, and yeah, I'm happy I have mine anyways. So yeah, for those of you that are in the Transform Your Health with Wendy Facebook group, stay tuned tomorrow, because we are going to be talking about it's our Wellness Wednesday tomorrow. Let me see here. Well, we're unjunking your junk food. That's what we're talking about. So if you want to join us in our Facebook group tomorrow, please. And if you are not in that group, then you can get it later on down the line as I put it into a podcast. So have a wonderful day, guys, and stay tuned, because we're going into our Lunch and Learn with Dana and Wendy very shortly. We'll talk soon.